Yo, what up guys? Today we have a pretty exciting news post to cover, and I've been looking forward to this one for a while now. We got some good information in here, but let's take a look at this together, shall we? So this is the right-click re-examine 110 crafting. So we're going to get a whole lot of information, as well as the fact that we have new magic armor as well. So let's take a look through this and see what's going on. So in this blog format, we revisit the RCE, basically, for crafting, which we released in March, as we give you insights into how development has been shaping up and how your feedback and suggestions have influenced it all. So the previous one was when they asked, like, what would you rather have with the armor and all that sort of stuff. Summary of previously discussed topics. So introducing a new magic armor, plant new seeds with farming and harvest produce to create the cloth, and then try out a snazzy new armor crafting method. You have helped us decide which armor will feature in this update. Masterwork magic armor, you let us know which type of ingredient should be used and if it should be tank or power armor. Then we have exquisite urns, a new tier of urns made from a fancy new high-level porcelain clay only found at Everlight. And then platinum jewelry is coming as well, which made from a new high-level platinum ore. So I guess that's another mining update, featuring a brand new form of jewelry with the platinum anklet. Very cool. Platinum anklet, I guess, instead of boots, right? I'd assume. Anyway, these look really nice, by the way. We'll get to this in a sec. Hello again, everyone. I'm Mod Breezy, and I'm back with today's right-click re-examine to give you an update on how the team has been developing 110 crafting. We had quite a few bits and bobs we wanted your feedback and suggestions on in the March RCE. So let's get right into it. Okay, so woven by the stars. In the first RCE, we asked you to put your input on which magic armor theme you'd most like us to develop further and feature as the craftable magic armor for this update. We're really pleased to see so much love for all this armor concepts, and there were some very close winners. The most voted for concept was the ancestral robes, which doesn't surprise me. I figured it would be as well. Despite how incredible it looked, many of you also noted that you wanted to see such an iconic armor coming to the game a different way. It makes sense too, to be fair. While we also adored the ancestral concept ourselves, we understood the feedback and chose the next most favored set with the mystic robes inspired concept, introducing the wonderful star bloom robes. I wonder if these are going to need mystic robes. I think it's just the style. I don't think it's going to need the robes, but we'll see. But if it does, your price is going to be skyrocketing. A beautiful set of armor, if we do say so ourselves, heavily inspired by the classic mystic robes. So I'm going to assume that it doesn't need mystic robes to actually make, but I could be wrong. As we detailed in the first RCE, you'll be harvesting a farming plant to turn into cloth, just like you do in Dungeoneering. Alongside the armor concept, we also okay, farming plant turn into cloth, cool. So it's not gonna, you don't need it. Alongside the armor concept, we also asked for your suggestions on what you'd be farming to make cloth for the new armor. In comes the magical star bloom flower. This is such a cool idea. I like this a lot. Okay, it didn't get its insane name. I guess name for no reason. This mystical flower can be grown by planting star bloom seeds, which originate from the star sprite home planet, and made their way to Gillinor by hitching a ride on shooting stars. Ah, clever. Starbloom seeds can be obtained from thieving NPCs such as master farmers, dwarf traders, and creatures such as Vileblooms, and the Calphite King is going to be dropping them too. Oh, that's such a cool idea, because these are going to have value, right? And it just adds a little bit of more reason to go kill the Calphite King, which is, I will definitely do this. And of course, a chance to be obtained from shooting stars, of course, makes sense. I love that they've done this. This is such, Jagex are improving in implementing items into the game. They do a lot better of a job of it now than they do before. Like using items to make old content more relevant is such a good thing that they do. On the Star Sprite's home planet, these flowers get plenty of the moon, light, and magic they need. But on Gillinor, they need a little bit of help. Bring along a battle staff to... Oh yeah, I was going to say they look like battle staffs, but okay. To plant with these seeds and let them sprout. Their magic and beauty, all to be harvested and turned into a gorgeous set of magic armor. That's such a cool... That's so cool. Makes battle staff... you plant it with battle staff, then it grows up around like this. That's actually really cool. I wonder if you lose the staff when you harvest it or not. P.S. We'll be releasing these seeds into the game ahead of the 110 crafting release to stock up on some supplies before update day. Oh, that's clever. Look out for a news post 1 to 2 weeks before 110 crafting releases for more info. Cool. By the way, guys, the noise in the background is my 3D printers. I apologize, but I do have to get some stuff done. So They are running and there's nothing I can do about it. I wasn't expecting the news post. Tailored to fit. Next up from the initial RCE was a new armor crafting training method that will be used to create Starbloom robes and train those crafting levels. The new crafting method allows you to upgrade Starbloom robes as you would in smithing or fletching, and and the option to part ways with it for increased XPs with an adornment stage. This is going to basically be like the rune crafting thing, I guess, where you can lose your stuff to get it. More XP. To recap the original design, a Starbloom seed can be planted and then picked to obtain the Starbloom flower. Starbloom flowers can then be spun at spinning wheels to create Starbloom thread. Thread can then be processed at a loom to turn into Starbloom cloth, and then you use the cloth to create in-progress armor pieces at a drafting table until it has reached 20% progress. Nice. Move on to a tailor's dummy to continue with the remaining 80% and complete the armor process. During crafting, there's a chance to make mistakes. Making enough mistakes requires you to go to a repairs table or otherwise continue to progress at a slower pace. Regular crafting thread would be used throughout the crafting process, and then max upgrade, the armor could be adorned at the crafting guild for a bigger chunk of XP, losing the armor pieces in the process, bro. Why does this sound so good? Not just the robes, but the whole crafting process of it. Please, for the love of God, keep doing this. It can be adorned at the crafting guild, not Fort for Rin 3. Don't add something to Fort for Rin 3, please. Jagex, to do this, please use the crafting guild. Make all these skilling locations like this worth it again, and a reason to actually move somewhere outside of Fort for Rin 3 or freaking the Grand Exchange or something like that. Use the world that you guys have built over the years. This is so cool. The tailor's dummy, you can make mistakes, you're gonna need fixing. I guess the higher level you are, the less mistakes you're gonna make. It's such a good concept and a good idea. I don't know, it's just really cool. I like it a lot. This is the sewing room. I guess this is just a concept, is it? Or no, it might not be. It doesn't say concept. Cool. There was a lot of love for the proposed design, but one thing that stuck out the most in your feedback was how mistakes, now miscuts, worked. You expressed that the mechanic would feel punished since you weren't in control of when it happened or had any way to avoid it. Okay, I like this. Yeah, I guess I was going to say, I mean, it is what it is, but I get it. It'd be nice if there was a way that you could do it. If it was an error, it was a player error. Among other feedback, there was also a lot of chatter around creating a less just AFK method. We went back to the drafting table with this in mind and tweaked the design to address your concerns. To create both a more engaging crafting method, please keep doing this, Jagex, holy crap, and put miscuts in your control, we added the new focus window mechanic. Now, when crafting, you'll frequently be introduced with a short window in which you'll have to focus to make fine cuts and stitches. Active for a number of game ticks, you will need to re-click the drafting table or tailor's dummy once in order to successfully make said fine cuts and stitches. Re-clicking in time gives you bonus progress, and you can continue crafting until the next focus window. However, missing a focus window will miscut the item you're crafting and consume one extra thread. Once again, you can continue to work on your arm piece, but making 5 total miscuts, you'll have to visit a repair table to repair your damaged item or continue skilling at a much slower rate. This is such a good design, in my opinion. I like this a hell of a lot. I mean, players should be given an active option than just click and wait. It's so much better when you actually add things like this, and I like this a hell of a lot. And this is a good, really, really good direction for skilling to head into. And in my opinion, the design sounds great and I like it. So you can AFK it, it's going to be way slower, so it makes sense, right? But if you actively play the game, which is what the point of a game is, then you actively get better progress, which is really good. We also made some tweaks to the drafting table. You'll no longer be both creating the progressing armor pieces there. Instead, you'll design items at a pattern table, giving you an in-progress item. Then you'll move to the drafting table to progress it to 20%. Finally, we made a change to reduce the amount of regular thread required throughout the process. Previously, 1 thread would be used per action that gave progress. Now you'll use 1 every 40 progress, with 2 being used up whenever you make a miscut. Reminder, wearing the crafting skill kit will allow you to craft without having thread in your inventory. Cool. Does this mean it needs to be in your bank, or I guess not, right? You just summon thread out of nowhere. We've really enjoyed continuously playtesting this new training method internally, and we can't wait to get your hands on it too. We've designed this new training method to also be used for making new ranged armor, coming with 110 Hunter next year. Massive news drop. That's huge, man. Crafting Guild graphical rework, yes please. You may have spotted it above, but it's time we broke the news. The Crafting Guild has undergone some refurbishment, to say the least. Thanks to the lovely mods Debarker and Alex for their work on the guild. I've been saying this for ages. I hate the fact that everyone does skills in the same location. Everyone does skills at the fort. Everyone does skills at, like, I don't know, a training camp or something. We have freaking skilling guilds. Why are we not using them? And the fact that they're doing it now is huge. I'm so glad. Right here is where you'll be bringing to life your tailored imaginations, and adorning them. The views are beautiful, even if you're continuing to fire up some pottery or mine some crafting metals. Nice, look at this. Hell yeah, that's good. I like it. Okay, so now we have the Masterwork Magic Armor. We asked you in the first RCE for your thoughts on what ingredients should be needed and how it should perform. The Masterwork Magic Armor will be tier 100 power armor, and inherit the Masterwork melee set effect, as well as an additional HP boost. So it's going to be, it's the melee Masterwork set. It lets you tank more damage, but it's power armor, right? Like it reduces the damage you take immediately, and then you get it over time. Masterwork's core identity since the mining and smithing rework has revolved around providing an accessible route into PVM that doesn't add additional power to the skill ceiling. Given this focus on accessibility, we've opted to carry forward the trimmed Masterwork effect across to all new Masterwork armor sets. This is such a good idea for sure, including the Masterwork magic robes arriving with 110 crafting. This aims to ensure that Masterwork armor remains a stepping stone between tank armor and power armor, that may be useful for future encounters where you want a bit more survivability without giving up the damage bonus of power armor. We're still keeping this one in the pocket, so we're not revealing how it looks just yet. We'd like to keep some surprises. Yeah, good idea. So this is good. Obviously, the fact that it is power armor, a lot of people are like, well, make it tankier, then I can use Animate Dead. Then it'd be broken. Absolutely and utterly broken. So you can't use Animate Dead with this, but it is still going to make you more tanky. It's probably not going to be as good as Crypt Bloom, probably, because that just completely blocks damage. Whereas this it's another option, won't cost as much probably, and yeah, it's nice. I like the idea. Exquisite Urns and the Porcelain Clay Mine. 110 crafting will also introduce a new tier of exquisite urns for each of the existing urn skills, which can be made from level 100 to 110 crafting. Exquisite urns require more XP to fill and give more XP than decorated urns, and also require a gemstone as part of their creation. To make exquisite urns, however, you require a new type of clay, porcelain, being such a strong material that's tough to work with. Okay, only experienced miners and crafters can do the job right, and the first step in that is sourcing our new clay. Everlight serves as a core part of archaeology, and even if you're not digging for artifacts, it's simply a stunning area to be in. Get it with your mining kit this time and delve into this mysterious cave, as porcelain clay can only be found here, ready to be mined with level 102 mining. Cool. This is a really cool idea. And also, I guess, is it just regular gemstones it probably is going to be? Maybe they're going to go up in price now, people buying them up, but yeah. The water that pours into the cave from Everlight's surfaces is filled with special mineral properties, enhancing the quality of porcelain rocks, but here lies the twist. Every few minutes, an active stream of water will change at random. Wherever the water is flowing, you'll want to be mining the rocks on that side, but we'll let you discover more upon release. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Well, I mean, we don't really know much about it, but either way, it looks like they're adding, I'm glad they're adding more to the game than just here's a rock, go and hit it, and there's like more little things to keep in mind of it. It makes the game way more engaging, and a lot of people want to AFK for sure, but an engaging game is a better game. It is. The more players will play it, it keeps you wanting to play more. There's nothing worse than just click and then go and wait for someone who actually wants to play a game. Okay, so platinum jewelry and enchanted effects as well. Platinum can be mined at level 104 mining and can be found south of the Piscatoris fishing colony and north of the ruins of Uza in the Caridian desert. Smelting the ores into bars will allow you to create some wonderful pieces from a new range of platinum jewelry, including a new addition in the form of an anklet, which is worn in the boot slot. Yeah, I thought this would be the boot slot. It makes sense. Platinum jewelry required dragonstone gems during creation. Dragonstones through the roof. Enchanted platinum jewelry acts much like gold and silver enchanted jewelry, where the effects benefit various bits of content, some more niche than others. We asked for your suggestions for enchanted effects in the first RCE, and you gave us plenty of cool ideas. Below are the selected effects. Let us know what you think. Okay, so here we have the jewelry. Platinum ring. Ring of redistribution is the enchanted one. It's going to give 24 bonus to all combat styles. Provides recoil. 50% of damage taken is dealt to the attacker. Very interesting. Provides a plus 12.5% damage to reflect damage. Armor spikes, reflectability. That is really interesting, actually. Really interesting. There's going to be some really cool things to check out for sure. Platinum necklace is going to be the Sunburst necklace. Immediately skips 1 growth stage when a seed is planted. Very cool as well. This will be useful for the new one. Then we have the Spirit Conversation bracelet. Conservation, spirit conservation even, what the frick. Consumes 1 additional stone spirit, wood spirit, or anima stone spirit for 10% XP. May only come into effect once equipped for 9 seconds. Okay, cool, nice. Then we have the Amulet of the Expert, which is going to be 10% more progress when burial smithing, martial fletching. Oh, this is a really cool idea, actually. I like this. Yeah, 25 charges, 1 charge used per action that gives progress. You'll go through them very quick now. Then we have the anklet, the Delver's anklet, which will give 50% reduction to run energy. Doesn't that matters too much, right? Provides teleports to various maybe this is good for clues. I don't know if you've run out of run energy when you're doing clues or not. Provides teleports to various dungeons, Polypore dungeon, Brimhaven dungeon, and I mean the teleports will be cool, right? Very nice. Ready to craft. Thank you for reading through these insights to development. And a thank you once again for all the thoughts, feedback, and suggestions from our initial RCE. We've really enjoyed bringing you along the journey and can't wait to play 110 crafting. Man, this is such a cool update post. I can't wait for this to get in the game. Honestly, it's going to be super fun to test all this stuff out. Of course, we'll test this. Maybe even keepsake it because damn, does it look freaking nice. Look at this. Probably going to keepsake that. And then check out this stuff too. There's a lot to do. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.